We are back with a second series video on the second house. And what is the second house really all about? So, beloved Prashant, thank you so much for being here. So grateful for your presence. And basically, the second house is referred to as the house of childhood, of values, of money in terms of savings, and also the mouth. Could you please elaborate on what the true meaning of the second house is?
Okay. Like last time we came to know first house is self, your body and yourself. Okay. We start from there. Okay. So because this house is next to the first, it's right next to it. Okay. So when you're born, okay, your first house is there, your body is there, you're born. Okay. Then what do you look for next? Okay. What is around you?
Your surroundings.
Yeah, around you. Okay. Surroundings. So there'll be some surroundings. And then you look for nourishment, which will be milk or whatever, mother's milk, whatever, nourishment. Okay. That's what you look for, right? So what is around you? So you have circumstance when you're born around you. So that circumstance is second house.
Okay.
And whatever you can touch, like a baby can touch whatever with its little hands around, whatever it is called, whatever you can touch.
Oh, so physical objects.
Objects, whatever you can touch,
Okay.
is your second house. Okay. Now they happen to cost money in these times, these objects. Okay. So that's why the connection with money has come. Okay. It's not like, okay, you're not earning at the time, right? You've just been born. Okay. Yeah, but whatever your family has, those resources around you, that's why you have those resources around you. Family has that. So then it becomes the house of family. That's why it has been called the house of family. But you have to understand, basically, this house is whatever is around you and is within your reach. Physically. Okay. So it's just the house of that, basically. So, and obviously in the body parts, it's the face. Okay. So it can be eyes, mouth, all of that. So, so up to the throat, even part of the throat. Throat is ruled by both second and third. Okay. But we're not going to go into detail like that. But first, most important thing is that it is whatever is around you and whatever you can reach. So food is something which you use the mouth for, right? And you can reach it with your hand, right? Right? That's why it's second house.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, because you can reach it with your hand. Okay, and you can put it into your mouth. Okay, and so now it happens to cost money. So then people will think, okay, you will have some account, and then using that account, you will go and buy that food and then bring it, and then you will eat it. Okay, so it's not exactly a house of money per se, but in modern parlance, just because items are cost money, that's why it has become the house of money. It's actually the house of items around you.
I had also heard you mention that it rules that this is the house of knowledge acquired.
Okay, yeah, that's, try to understand now. And we'll go more like, now, what food you're going to get when you are small? Who will define that?
Your parents.
Parents, your family will define that. So your family's values, parents, that's the kind of food you'll get. Okay. So all of that is the quality of the second house. Okay. So if your family has better values and more that things, you have a better second house, then you'll get better food and better. If they don't, you won't. Okay. So all of that is knowledge too, right? What to eat is also knowledge. Okay. So that is knowledge. So second house is ruling that knowledge.
Yes, I remember you mentioned too that back in the day that people, what they really valued was knowledge, and that's why it's been equated to money, because today what people value is money.
Yes. But actually what matters is what you eat. You might have millions of dollars, but you might not know what to eat. Then how does that money matter in terms of knowledge? So this is about having the knowledge of what to eat, which is important knowledge, how to take care of yourself. Okay. So these kind of knowledges, second house. And then because it's speaking, right? Okay. So what are you gonna, if you don't know what will you speak?
Mm. The quality of your speech.
Yeah, you will speak nonsense if you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just like if you don't know what to eat, you'll eat nonsense. Okay, if you don't know about anything else, you will speak nonsense. Okay, so second house becomes equated with knowledge in that way.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
and it equates with the family, what you're coming from, what knowledge do they have, because that will become your surroundings when you're born.
Mm.
There's some total of their knowledge of how to live in this world will become your surroundings when you're born.
Mm. So what if you have like Rahu in the second house? Would that be an excessive amount of objects around you, or an obsessive
Yeah,
seeking for the truth and higher values?
that depends. You can have more strange objects around you.
Oh.
Yes, it's not just like Rahu can work in like it can give a whole lot or it can give very little, nothing there. Okay,
Mm.
so it's not like that. Depends on the position. That depends on 100 million other things with that,
Okay.
like how that Rahu is gonna act. You know,
Mhm.
but Rahu being there will always show that there is something strange about your surroundings and stuff when you're first born, and something strange is going on. You know, in the family, in your circumstances, in your early childhood, and things like that. You know,
Wow.
okay. So, and if its periods is also running, then even more so. Okay, but if even if it's not like that, that's what it will show. You know? So there can be all kinds of things. It can lead to all kinds of situations. You know, in modern times, you can be part of like certain kind of families from birth, down in second house.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so all that is the thing. So second house is basically like what you're coming from in that way, because that's what you're born into. You should always look at the surroundings. Whenever knowledge comes, the first thing you do from that is you change your surroundings.
Your surroundings, yes.
Yes. So you're changing the second house.
Okay.
So knowledge in second house has an intimate connection in that way.
Mm.
But when we get to the fifth house, because fifth house is where knowledge comes from, like I'll talk about it then. But I'm just trying to tell you how the actual thing is related to second house.
Okay.
Knowledge is related to second house. So all the practical. So second house is like what? It's like the earth house.
Mhm. Taurus, yes.
Taurus earth. Okay. So it's all the practical sense, right? So it's
Oh,
practical knowledge.
yes. And Rohini is in there, and Rohini is all about the manifestation, the abundance, the material.
Yeah, and earth. So, but practical things, you
Mhm.
know. So all these are practical, and a lot of your senses are just in this face area.
Mhm.
Your taste, smell, eyes, everything. Okay. So all of your physical sensations in this material world, you're getting from that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so all the sense, like what you call natural sense, common sense, all of that is related to this house. I don't think this has been said before, James. So
Nope.
like so it's new, and that's what it is about. Okay. So like the Venus as a Lord of Taurus is the basic karaka for this house, and and it is to do with your sustenance, your surroundings, or what is around you. You know that's it's and your bank balance is definitely not around you. So
Mm.
yeah, yeah, that is also connected to it only because you can these days go online and access it
Mhm.
with your fingers. That's all. You
Mhm.
know, yeah, it's your practical earthy world in this earth plane, because you're born as a body, first house, into this plane, and on this plane, the plane is big. Okay, not everything is within your grasp within this plane. It's whatever is around you first.
Mm.
So second house is that.
The surroundings.
Your surroundings, and because yeah, earth is a big plane. Okay, but you don't have access to everything immediately as you're born, to
Mhm.
everything on this earth. But whatever you have access to, immediately in your surroundings. That is second house.